another week, boys, and another Twab. This week at Bungie, we're eager to be conquerors one more time. If you're getting your conqueror seal or getting it for the first time, get ready for a challenge. Don't lose focus, go boldly into each enemy-filled room, and well, conquer. But before you get started, we have some very relevant information for you. This is what we talked about last week in case you need a refresh. First, we honored Amanda Holiday. We also talked about the buffs coming with the mid-season update. We gave details on some changes to difficulties and commendations. We explained why a certain old school weapon has been used as a placeholder, and we shared some amazing wallpapers. Today's Twab is all about a recap of this week's Reflecting on Lightfall article. Grandmaster Nightfalls start next Tuesday, a preview of the weapons coming and leaving in Season 21, new Prime Gaming rewards, and our player support reports, followed by some community creations. Now, fellas, before we go any further, the team and I are actually gathering a roadmap, if you will, because we know there's a lot of different changes, and a lot of people are getting confused about, okay, what is a mid-season patch change? What is a Season 21 change? And then, of course, what is beyond that? What's the Season 22 changes? So needless to say, here in a few days, we will have our roadmap, an infographic to share with you guys on what changes are actually coming here soon and beyond. Now, moving on to Reflecting on Lightfall. Yesterday, we published a retrospective on Lightfall's launch, the feedback you have given us, and some quality of life changes we've been cooking up for Season 21 and onwards. Destiny 2 is an evolving world, and we're committed to making sure the resolution of our first saga lives up to its legacy. Now, as a recap, these were the main topics featured. Guardian ranks are meant to represent your accomplishments. Your rank displayed will reflect your highest rank earned last season, and if you surpass that rank in the current season, the number will update. Renewing previously completed ranks will be fast-tracked. Returning players will start at rank 5, and ranking from 5 to 7 will be faster than it was to rank from 6 to 7. Combinations also won't be tightly tied to Guardian rank progression. Reduce the requirements for ranks 7 to 9, and leadership combinations for ranks 10 to 11 will be retroactive. We're also adding a best dressed commendation. Now, most activities will receive adjustments to difficulty and or rewards. Enemies won't be as tanky in Legend and Master activities. Scoring objectives will be adjusted to better suit bounties and Guardian rank progression, improve terminal overload matchmaking, and adjustments to team unfriendly Vanguard bounties are coming, and more. There'll be a better way to obtain exotic armor. Vex Strike Force will award unobtained exotic armor pieces on a knockout list. We're also introducing exotic armor focusing next season, and updates to more than 15 exotic armor pieces are coming next season. I will say this, guys, the thing about the exotic armor focusing, and I didn't even pick it up yesterday in our live review of everything, but unless those stats are high, then exotic armor focusing is going to be shite, especially considering the cost of everything, right? Now, build crafting next steps for Season 21. 2 new armor mods are coming. Shoot to Loot will collect orbs of power in addition to ammo. Yes, guys, Shoot to Loot is about to literally be meta. We're also adding 1 strand aspect for each class. Artifact perks will be refunded and applied individually, and you'll no longer need to fully reset to change your build. Again, it's not perfect, because I would love it if our builds could save artifact perks and we can slot those in and out depending on our builds that we've saved, but this is still a step in the right direction. Now, there's no power level increase in Season 21, so the schedule will change a bit. Trials of Osiris will be available in week 1, whereas weekly Grandmaster Nightfalls will be available in week 4, and Conqueror Gilded Node is still planned for week 7. Now, guys, we had a very long breakdown. If you want to check out that video, down below in the description will be a link to that. Now, who wants to be a Conqueror? Season 20's Grandmaster Nightfall starts on April the 11th. Now, those who have yet to earn the Conqueror seal for the first time will only be able to complete 1 Nightfall a week. If that's your case, be ready for Proving Grounds, and remember to find proper cover in each room. Everyone who has already earned the seal and are gunning to gild it can complete the 6 feature Nightfalls as quickly as they would like, even in one sitting, as is tradition. Now, during Season 20, we have 2 additional adept weapons available, the Buzzard and the Kinetic Adaptive Sidearm, with awesome perks like the brand new Kinetic Trimmers, and the Swarm, the Arc Machine Gun that has been refreshed with new perks like Target Lock. Don't forget about the other adept weapons though. You still have a chance to get that perfect Wendigo GL3 or the classic Hung Jury, which also rolls with Kinetic Trimmers. And since there's been a few changes to hard content with the launch of Lightfall, here's a reminder of how Grandmaster Nightfalls work in case you need it. First, your power level caps are 25 levels below the activity level. For Season 20, that means combatants will be 1840, but you will be 1815 at the most. So keep in mind, guys, you just have to get to 1815. Now, combatants can take more hits, deal more damage, and are quite aggressive. Champions will be abundant, so be sure to have proper weapons to deal with them. There's 1 burn that will cause you to receive 25% more damage from a certain element. Also, 2 elemental surges and overcharged weapons, both granting a 25% increase in damage. Revives are limited, and after a certain amount of time, darkness will encroach and you won't be able to revive or be revived. Now, we actually did an entire video too on the rotation of Grandmaster Nightfalls this season. Keep in mind, guys, everything that you see across the board getting nerfed in terms of difficulty, Grandmasters was not touched. Grandmasters are still going to be the most most difficult activity in the game. So 2 videos I want you to watch. Number 1, our Adept Nightfall Cypher video, which tells you how to focus Adept weapons starting next week, on top of the rotation and random rolls for all of our Grandmaster and Adept weapons. And number 2, our extensive review of Leviathan's Breath. That weapon right there, guys, is disgusting, even in non-Void Surge environments. Now, as a final note, we know some Heist Battlegrounds feel tough right now. So here are some of the adjustments coming in Season 20, mid-season update to make them more manageable. Heist Battleground Mars, decreasing how often combatants spawn on higher difficulties in the tower phase. Also increase the map score multiplier to help players reach score goals without exploits, and adding 1 additional ammo crate. Now, other Heist Battleground changes, reducing the frequency and number of some combatant waves in all boss fights, reduce the health of Death Tongue core source. Hive runes will now have the same amount of health on all difficulties, and thinning out the fallen trip mines in Heist Battlegrounds Moon. Now, no lie, I loved how many enemies were in the Heist Battleground Mars. I know, it could be overwhelming at times, but the chaoticness of it is wild. By the way, Lake of Shadows is the Master Nightfall this week, and it turns out Lake of Shadows may be the most difficult Nightfall out of all the Grandmasters. Now, are those new strand weapons you got there? Last week we shared that was your last chance to earn Adept versions of the Trials of Osiris weapon, Whistler's Whim. This kinetic bow is out of rotation until further notice, although you can always get the regular version by focusing Ingrams with Saint 14. Now, we don't want you to miss the opportunity to earn weapons that will leave the loophole once Season 21 starts. So we want to share which ones will be out of rotation, as well as the new weapons entering the rotation when the next season launches. Some details are still being kept under the covers because we don't want to spoil everything. But yes, there are new strand weapons in the oven. Now, weapons leaving. Nightfall, Mindbender's Ambition, Solar Aggressive Frame Shotgun. Final week in rotation is April the 18th. Malicious Birthright, Kinetic Lightweight Grenade Launcher, final week in rotation, May the 2nd. Now, Trials of Osiris, the Inquisitor, the Arc Precision Slug Shotgun, final week in rotation, May the 9th. Now, Whistler's Whim, the Kinetic Lightweight Bow, already out of rotation. Now, if you're feeling FOMO about that one, fellas, don't. It's really not a good bow. Now, Ironbender, the Wizened Rebuke, Arc High Impact Fusion Rifle, as well as the Hero's Burden Void Adaptive Submachine Gun, both will be rotating out, and we have one more Ironbender this season. And competitive, Rose, the Lightweight Kinetic Hand Cannon, also rotating out. Listen, I know I got a lot of people that love Allstringer, and don't get me wrong, Allstringer is a fantastic hand cannon, so is Ice Luna. I know I got a lot of people that love Fatebringer as well, but listen to what I'm about to tell you. Rose is the best hand cannon in the kinetic slot amongst legendaries. Please get it. Now, weapons that are entering. Nightfall, Braid Tech Osprey, a Void High Impact Rocket Launcher, as well as Loaded Question. Oh, all right. Arc High Impact Fusion Rifle, just in time for the Fusion Rifle meta. Vanguard, Positive Outlook, Void Precision Auto Rifle. A classic Gambit, a Strand Linear Fusion Rifle. Interesting. Crucible, Randy's Throwing Knife, a Kinetic Rapid Fire Scout Rifle. Oh, fellas, back in the day, Randy was meta. No lie. One of the best rapid fires in the game. This is about to be spicy. Now, Trials of Osiris, we're getting an Arc Glaive. Wow. But the Messenger is also returning. Dude, if we actually get Messenger with Keep Away, that's gonna be nasty. Now, Ironbender, a Strand Fusion Rifle, as well as Swarm of the Raven, which is a Void Rapid Fire Heavy Grenade Launcher. And competitive, we're getting an Arc Sniper Rifle. Interesting. That's gonna be the new seasonal weapon. Considering how potent Rose is, guys, and literally, like I just said, Rose is the best in slot hand cannon amongst legendaries, so I'm gonna assume this Arc Sniper Rifle is gonna be very good. Now that you're up to date with some of the new weapons that will fill your personal collection very soon, maybe you wanna take a look at these sandbox changes coming. A few buffs here, some nerfs there, and a great range of new possibilities for your PvE and PvP builds. Yeah, guys, we have breakdowns on all of this. Feel free to check out those videos if you would like. Now, cutscenes are here. Today, we wanted to share something else we've been working on that has been a highly requested feature. As of right now, our YouTube channel has all of the cutscenes for the following releases. Oh, look at that. Season of the Lost, the Witch Queen, Season of the Risen, Season of the Haunted, Season of Plunder. You can skip that. Don't worry about it. Season of Seraph. Definitely watch that one. Now, what about other expansions in future seasons? Almost every cutscene from Destiny 2 should eventually be uploaded. We're hoping to add 1 or 2 seasons every few months. But that's not my guardian. True, because these are all recorded videos. The footage couldn't be customized for each viewer. However, our team did try and capture these cutscenes with a variety of guardians across all classes and races to really showcase who our guardians are. Can I share my recordings on YouTube too? We ask that you leave the cutscenes up to us. We totally understand and allow clips to be used during your video creation for movie of the week or other content creation needs, but full cutscenes will need to remain on our channel. Interesting. I hope our reactions are okay, right? Because we actually upload us running the missions every week. Now it's raining loot. Guys, we have some prime loot, including an emote, a ship, a shader, and a ghost. Other than that, guys, we have some known issues. Things like Legendaries of Eternity may not successfully complete if Hive are the final encounter. What a wild bug, right? Now, as a final note here from Bungie, and there goes another Twab. Tread lightly into those Grandmaster Nightfalls. You have enough time to work on some builds and to plan new strategies for the refresh arms dealer and Lake of Shadows, especially given the mid-season buffs to some weapon archetypes. Now, if it's your first time jumping into one, don't be too hard on yourself and maybe watch some guides on YouTube. If you're a veteran, not much I can say to you. I told myself I would only use Strand to get my Conqueror seal this season, so maybe you could try that too. Suspending abilities can be really fun and useful when dealing with champions in tight spaces. Hasta luego, BR1. Guys, we're going to be getting a roadmap together here soon, and for my folks that are wondering, what do I need to bring into Grandmaster Nightfalls? This weekend, I will supply 6 builds. These are going to be my 6 main builds, pretty much covering all the surges and all of the Nightfalls. They do change for me, and honestly, it doesn't change as much depending on the surge, but instead, depending on the activity itself. For instance, escorting the payload in Lake of Shadows is really difficult to do. However, if you have things like Ursa Furiosa, it's pretty free. So guys, be looking out for those videos. Fellas and ladies, thank you all for coming and watching, and as always,
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.